All right, and they're almost off. Horse racing's biggest event, the 149th Kentucky Derby, the Run for the Roses, gets underway tomorrow at the famed Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. And of course, all the action is there this weekend. And the majority owner of a horse from North Texas running in the Derby will have the best seat in the house. Confidence Game has traveled from his home at the Don't Tell My Wife Stables. Yeah, that's the name of it. Don't Tell My Wife Stables, right here in Fort Worth. He'll compete and maybe even win big tomorrow. This morning, we're joined live by William Paynter. William, good morning. You're a Louisville native. This is your 24th consecutive Derby. For those of us who can't make it, will never make it, what's it like at the Derby? Tell us.
You know what? I got to tell you, this is my 24th Derby. There was one year in college where I might have had a little too much to drink where I didn't make it in on the front end, but there's nothing like it. 170,000 people will be there. It's the Super Bowl, the Masters combined. People started rolling in town last week, so it's going to be unbelievable this week. So being my hometown, it's even more exciting. There's a lot of ties with us from Dallas. We've got a couple of guys from SMU that went to business school with me, and the planes just started, landing about an hour ago with all of our people on it. So we're very excited. Yeah,
you said Dallas, SMU. You got your master's at the Cox School of Business. We're very proud of you. You got a tie to North Texas, and so does Confidence Game. He comes out of Fort Worth. What's the training been like for Confidence Game?
Yeah, no, the Fort Worth connection is great. Don't Tell My Wife Stables, Kirk Godby, based out of Fort Worth. They've got a bunch of great partners over there. We actually met Kirk through business a few years ago through those North Texas connections, like you said. Confidence Game's been training real well. What a lot of people don't realize is, you look down at the program after a horse has won the Kentucky Derby, and you always scratch your head, why didn't I bet on it? Well, our horse has run at Churchill Downs 4 times, and he's won twice. That's a huge deal. So that we feel like has a great advantage. It's like a team playing in their own sports arena for the Super Bowl or whatever. So we ran 59 flat the other day, which is a very fast speed figure. As of about 15 minutes ago, the fastest speed horse just scratched. So we're down to 19 horses now. And we feel like we're in a really good position. I mean, we're starting to get real nervous too.
You said you're starting to get real nervous. Hey, we're nervous.
Very nervous. Yeah, very nervous. I mean, when you're just in the race and people are like, oh, the horse has no shot. And then over the last 3 or 4 days, it's turned into, hey, the wise guy pick of all the handicappers. And then the speed came out, then the scratches. The weather looks like it's aligning for us perfect. I mean, I'm starting to get goosebumps just thinking about what could happen tomorrow. So it's starting to get very exciting, but very nerve-wracking as well, right?
Good thing you're wearing long sleeves today to cover up those goosebumps. Meantime, hey William, what are the odds for Confidence Game, and what's his position? Where's he starting from in the race?
Yeah, so we got a great position in the post draw. What you typically want is somewhere between 4 and 16. We got the 4 posts. We've got speed on both sides, which if they break real well, hopefully we'll go along right there with them, and we'll sit right off the pace. And God willing, we hit the top of the stretch, we got a good chance. Our odds started off at 20-1. I'd say now, from what I've been told from people at the track, we'll probably bet down as one of the, I wouldn't say the favorite, but we're bet down to like 15-1. So a lot of people are putting money on it from across the world. A lot of California people as well. And I know that Texas and Highland Park, especially Fort Worth, they're going to hammer our odds. So, don't bet too much, guys.
Hey, I might make a trip to Lone Star Park, here in North Texas myself. I'm just saying. Hey, William, in Chicago, obviously, you can't leave Chicago without deep dish pizza. You can't leave New York without going to Times Square. What is the one thing you have to do if you ever make it out to the Derby? Besides the race.
If you're a lady, you got to have a hat or fascinator, which is the most preferred. That way it doesn't poke all the guys in the eye. And you got to have a mint julep. The other thing is you got to have a Kentucky hot brown when you're in town, which is an open face sandwich. It's unbelievable. So that's what you got to do.
I've heard of the fascinators. I know all about the mint julep. Trust me. I've never heard of the Kentucky hot dog. I've never heard of that.
So the hot brown. Okay. Yeah, the Kentucky hot brown. It's famous down here. And then an old fashioned. An old fashioned is another cocktail you have that week that is founded here in Kentucky, which is a great cocktail as well. I know I know I spread Highland Park and all the SMU fans around there. I think I turned all you Scotch drinkers into bourbon drinkers when I was down there in business school. So
I know all about the old fashions. Hey, William Paynter, majority owner of Confidence Game, the horse coming from Fort Worth, running in the Derby tomorrow from the fourth post. Hey, William, good luck. We're rooting for you. Go bring it home. We're all behind you tomorrow.
Let's go win, baby. Pony up.
Pony up, SMU. Pony up. Thank you, William.